Okay, so we're going to be talking about installing MkNxGn Essentials. MkNxGn Essentials is the Essentials module that I always import to all of my tutorials, and the reason I do that is because MkNxGn Essentials is full of the tools that I found necessary to keep in one place rather than always rewriting it, and I found it completely annoying having to rewrite a function that opened a file, wrote it, and then closed it, you know? So what we're going to do is extremely simple, MkNxGn essentials, and all we're doing is pip install, oh, I forgot install. So all we're doing is pip install MkNxGn essentials, and in case you needed to update it, you just put upgrade and then just enter. Okay, so that just says I installed the requirements and then I successfully installed the newest version, which I can confirm that is the newest version. So let's look into deeper what's in store with MkNxGen Essentials. Okay, so with Essentials, we have the CDN, which is where you guys have seen that CDN download. That's what this just holds that function. And then we also have file ops. File ops is the reading, writing, encoding of files, as well as generating files with test file. Then we have socket ops. Socket ops is extremely useful for those that want to send data back and forth. Like let's say you had a Raspberry Pi that you wanted to send a video stream to your laptop. Um, you could use socket ops and then run a socket listener on your laptop and a socket sender on your Pi. Um, you would use socket ops. You have socket download, socket upload, host server. This will run a server on whatever device you're using, and it's extremely useful for me when I need something that sends data relatively quick. Time events is a rather new module. Um, Basically, it'll listen to every second, every minute, and you just give it a function to do at every day or every hour, every week, and it'll just do that, and it'll just keep doing that as long as your script is open. Tokening is for generating random tokens for each ID. Like if you needed to create IDs for a bunch of users, you could use tokening. So like a symbol token would just make a random string of 20. You just put in your number there and it just makes a random string. Then we also have create token, which you'd probably want to use this one because it makes specific token and then it checks if it exists in a certain place. And then init, that's just basically hold all the functions here until you ask for them. It also checks if you have certain things. I have it this way so that way there's not a bunch of requirements for you to have whenever you're programming and want to install pip, so that way it's not this long thing that installs all of these for you to use if you just want to open a file, if that makes sense. You don't want imaging tools if you're just working with files, and you don't want date time things if you're making something that needs random numbers. We also have some CV tools here. Decompressing tars, if you ever have tar files. Shrink link, that's my link shrinking tool. You just give it a URL and it shrinks the link for you. Some other useful things here, and it's all documented, so just have fun. Once you install it, just make a file and import essentials, and then see what essentials has, and just have fun with it. And you are free to use essentials in any program that you want to make. I will not come after you. I don't know you installed it. I don't know where you installed it. It's just a module out in the open to progress technology, okay? Alright. If you have any questions about it, just shoot me a comment down below and I'll try to get to it as quick as I can. See ya.